Hi everyone, welcome to American Firearms Network. Thank you so much for watching our show. We really appreciate it. We hope you enjoy it. If you do like it, please like, subscribe, and share. It would really help us out a lot, and we would really appreciate it. Today's show is interesting and important, okay? And the title is, It's Going Down. Do you get involved? And what does that mean? You're somewhere, you're at a gas station, you're in a mall, you're in a clothing store, you're in a Walmart, you're in a CVS, wherever that is, and you walk in or you're there and some guy draws his firearm and he has someone at gunpoint, or maybe he shot some people or whatever, he's robbing the guy behind the counter. You happen to see this, you have a firearm. What do you do? What do you do, Instructor Paul? What do you recommend? What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, number one, it depends on the situation. Number two, I can't tell you what to do. You have to make that decision for yourself, because none of us know how we are going to react under tremendous stress. So you have to weigh it up. Sometimes you haven't got time to think. Sometimes you're going to react. But whatever you do, you have to make sure what you're doing, right, is the right thing for you at that time. So you've got to be, it's a very, very difficult question to answer, Todd, because there's so many different scenarios, there's so many variables in this thing. But one thing I must say, at any time, you have to remember that you need to be safe. And as soon as your life personally is threatened, or a loved one or someone that you think really needs your help, then you're really going to have to make that decision.
Okay, in my opinion, and guys' opinion, right? This is my opinion, Instructor Paul's opinion. Everyone has their own opinion, okay? I know if I see something going down and there's a gun drawn, okay, and I feel that someone's about to get shot or killed, and I have a firearm, I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm going to help. I don't want anyone to be hurt. And if I can save a life or help somebody, I'm going to do it. Okay? Here's what you got to be careful, right? And I think you touched on this. Make sure that person is the criminal, right? Make sure that person is the criminal, because there's been times where the wrong person is getting shot, and they're actually the guy trying to help the situation, and that guy ends up getting shot. Because there's someone like me, what I just explained, what I would do, ends up shooting the wrong person.
Yeah,
you have to be really careful that you understand who is the victim, who is the criminal, and what is going on. And that's a personal choice. Are you going to get involved, or you're just going to get out? You know?
Yeah.
A lot of people I hear, get yourself out, get yourself safe, and I understand that. Okay. You want, if you're there with your wife, your kid, you want to just get the hell out of there. And I get that, okay? Again, my opinion, what I would do, okay? I would help if I can help, all right? Maybe because I have a lot of experience with a firearm. My shot is pretty good. I'm confident. That's part of it, I'm sure. But I would still want to help somebody and, try to save some lives if I can. But, some people just want to just get out of there. And I understand that point too.
Yeah.
It sucks, if someone gets hurt, you're there. But, to protect your loved one and your wife, and you have an escape to get out of there, I see a point to that also.
One thing we got to remember, active shooters is a different thing, I think. If someone's going in there, unknown to anybody, and they just start shooting people at random, then that's a no-no. And I would more likely get involved in that, Yeah. But if you have two groups of people, gangbangers, and they're at it, I'm not getting involved.
Oh, no, I agree with you. Get the hell out of there.
I'm getting out of there. I'm not getting involved.
Yes.
Okay?
Agreed.
Now, if they start shooting at me, that's a different thing. But I'm not going to get involved. I'm going to let them do what they need to do. I'm going to get my family to safety. Okay? But if I'm in a mall and it's kicking off, I'm still going to get me and my family to safety. But if I see the guy shooting people and I can take aim and I can neutralize the threat, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I have on my business card. When I'm teaching people, I tell them this. I say, look, as a man of God, everything I do, I put him in the mix. So, if I see somebody getting hurt, okay, and I can stop that person from getting hurt, I'm going to ask God to give me the strength and the ability to be able to help that individual. Whether that means me going to have to put a chokehold on him to hold him down, or I'm going to have to pull my firearm and, God forbid, stop the threat. So it all depends on the situation. But whatever you do, be all right with that. Be all right with that.
Yeah, and then also something to pay attention to. Again, this is kind of obvious, all right, but what's the old saying that's in the gun world, right? Every bullet is attached to a lawyer.
Yeah.
All right, you got to be really, really careful. So, if God forbid you're ever in that situation, and I know it's so stressful, you can't even think straight. Just before you take that shot, look around, make sure any bullets that you miss is not going to hit anyone else.
Right.
Okay, that's also part of the whole thing, right? You got to be careful.
Right.
You got to be careful that you're not going to end up shooting innocent people. You got to be careful.
You know, I'm going to say something that may get a bit of a pushback, but I'm going to call out, and I'm sorry to say this, I'm going to call out the media. Because there are a lot of instances where responsible citizens have gone out and they've stopped the threat, and the media will not even comment on
Tell the
it.
story. What just happened? Where was it? Walmart?
Yeah,
Was it
Walmart. 11 people.
What happened? Tell the story.
Yeah, a guy was stabbing people. 11 people he stabbed.
Yes.
And it was a responsible citizen that held him at gunpoint. And you know that the media never said one thing about
Not a
that.
word.
Not a word.
Not a word.
They may have, but I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it. It came on maybe a little bit afterwards. I know. What's his name mentioned it. What's his name?
Colin?
Yeah, Colin Noir
Yeah.
mentioned it on his channel. They did very little coverage on that. So
Yeah,
an armed
people.
citizen saved the day and was able to get the criminal, help get the criminal off the street and get him behind bars. So.
Yeah, listen guys, I've always said it, regardless of what you think about firearms, it's better to have a good guy with a gun than a bad guy with a gun.
Absolutely.
I think
Absolutely.
you should know the law as well.
Yes,
You have
yes.
to know the law as well, because even I know some states, if you get involved in things, then you end up in problems.
Yes,
You're
yes.
right.
doesn't
You gotta
concern
be
you.
absolutely right, Hans. You make a very, very good point. That was Hans, our cameraman. Great point. Know your laws. Know what you can and can't do. But listen, if you feel like you can help somebody, my opinion, always try to help if you can.
Yeah.
You're in a situation where you can't, but you can only just get you and your loved ones out of there. Then get your loved ones out of there. You know what I mean? And that's how we feel.
Yeah, preserve your life as much as you can. Situational awareness is always important when you are out in the community. Continue, guys, to love each other, continue to care for each other, and continue to have a great day. Take care and God bless.